Hello and welcome to Newsbreak at 7. I'm Veera Raghav and we come to you live from Bengaluru. But the question we're asking as our top focus this evening, can you ever be sure of what you see isn't a deep fake? These are digitally manipulated videos using advanced artificial intelligence tools that are sometimes so good that you won't be able to tell it's a fake till you're told so. Recently, a deepfake of US President Joe Biden answered real-time questions, and there have been innumerable deepfakes of celebrities and politicians around the world. Online sites in the US have released deepfakes just to educate people about how they could fall for it. In India, a motion graphics expert from Kottayam in Kerala, Tom Anthony, became a YouTube sensation a few days ago with his deepfake video of a scene from the legendary film The Godfather. Well, he replaced Al Pacino with Malayalam superstar Mohan Lal. Also starring were deepfakes of superstar Mammootty and Fahad Fazil in that hilarious and gripping clip. We can't play that video due to copyright issues, but it's freely available on YouTube and you have to see it to believe it. Tom Anthony even apologized for making that video after a series of social media comments. But this entire episode brings to focus the power of deepfakes. Tom Anthony now joins us live from Kottayam. Tom, thanks so much for taking your time out to join us. This is the first interview you're doing to national television, to a national television network after that YouTube video went viral. Tell us, how difficult is it to make a video of that nature? What does it take to do that?
It's not that difficult. Anyone can do it. Like if you put in the work like 2 or 3 days, anyone can do that video. I mean, if you have some video editing skills as well as programming skills, it will be super easy. Or even a kid can do this.
Can you take us through?
There are apps and websites.
Even a kid can do it, you're saying?
Yeah. It's just a click away, right? You can just Google it and find out how did I do it. Like there are dozens of tutorials of the same thing. So yeah, it's going to be difficult.
So when you make,
in the coming years,
say,
there will be.
So when you say it's,
yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom.
In the coming years, there will be more of these kind of videos, fake news and all. So yeah, that's the issue we are facing.
So when you say it's so,
misinformation.
When you say it's, I'm sorry, Tom, there's a delay in the conversation which is resulting in this interruption.
Yeah.
When you say it's so easy to do it, Tom, Tom, is it then, are we then walking into a scary future where anything we say or we see on the social media or online platforms could well be a deepfake? Isn't that a scary proposition, especially in an artificial intelligence controlled world?
Yes, we need to be cautious about everything. Now from now on, we have to verify where the source is coming from. Like, you can't trust anything nowadays.
Did any of the big stars of the Malayalam film industry contact you after you put out that video? What were the reactions that you received? You even went out and apologized and regretted making that video. Why was that?
Well, all the actors and all gave really good review on that. The response was very positive. And I got like some bad comments and all from my viewers who are kids. Like they want to do the same thing, right? And that got me scared. Okay, if these kids try to make these kinds of videos, there will be misuse. Like even if 1% of them try to make something bad, that's an issue. So that's why I apologized that in that video. Like I was afraid of all the negative impacts that's going to happen because of this. Even if I have influenced some, like few kids, I just couldn't stand that. I took it very personally. That was my issue.
you were very worried. You're worried about how this technology could be misused by several people around the world, even in small messages. You see, some of these deepfakes come into attention when they're about big celebrities. It could be used about nondescript person, for instance, in a college group or amongst your students as well, right? It could be used by anybody for anything to create a deepfake of a person, right?
Correct. Anyone can, even if I can use your own face for any video if I want to. Like I can make you talking about something you have never talked about. That's a serious issue. Even if I can use Modiji's face on some video. There are so many possibilities for misuse, and yeah.
If this kind of technology is available today, Tom, going forward in a few years down the line, how powerful would this be? How viral would this be? And how dominant would this be? I mean, we all deal with WhatsApp videos on our WhatsApp groups thinking that it's real. We have hardly much any time to corroborate some of these things at a casual level. As we go forward in a few years down the line, where do you think the technology would be going? And how much more prevalent would deepfakes be? What is your big fear?
I think it is going to be easier to make fake videos. That's going to happen. Fake news, fake everything. Like you can create your own propaganda. Things you believe in. Like you can make people's life difficult with this. It's a serious issue we are facing. They're predicting the future is very difficult because this same technology existed like 6 years ago. The same level of video quality can be created by that at that time also, but you needed some processing power. Right now, the projects that are coming out in GitHub doesn't require that much processing power. Even my stupid laptop can create the same quality videos. Okay. So I believe, I don't know.
Okay. So Tom, can you just take us through exactly how you created this video? You took a clip from the film Godfather and you decided to put Mohanlal, Mammootty and Fahad Fazil in that famous clip. Just take us through very quickly how you went through this process. What are the AI tools that you used? Also tell us if there are AI tools and other apps that can help us detect fake videos when it reaches us.
So, okay, I took a video clip of this Godfather movie, which is like a really famous scene from Godfather. And I just made it out of curiosity. Like, what if Mohan Lal acted on that same cinema? So I tried it out using some GitHub project I have encountered in the past. I didn't think much about that. I just made it and posted it on YouTube, and someone else downloaded it and it went viral. I couldn't control anything. Yeah. There are many apps with which you can create the same quality kind of video, same kind of videos. But if you want to create like the same quality, higher quality videos, then you have to have a certain understanding about deep learning and computer vision. If you have that, then you can create much better videos than mine. Anyone can make videos like this. That's what it is scary to me. Like people misusing this. Even if it is 1% of them.
I know.
Who are
so
creating,
are there any apps?
Still.
Are there any apps, Tom? Are there any apps that can help somebody detect a deepfake in real time? Is there somebody working on it? Are there some apps of that nature?
I don't think so.
How would you protect yourself from a deepfake?
We can just judge it by our own eyes. There will be some artifacts here and there when we are creating these videos. That's the only way we can judge. I don't think there is an app for detecting these kind of videos. Is it fake or not? Maybe we can make it, but in the coming years it will also improve. Like there will be less and less artifacts, and yeah, it's going to be real.
All right.
We won't be able to. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, Tom, thank you so much for taking your time out and speaking to us. Obviously, you've come out with a video that is emphasized on the importance of knowing what's a deep fake, checking everything that you see. You can't trust anything that you see easily on the social media or on online platforms, even perhaps in real life. But thank you so much, Tom, for taking time out and speaking to us. Obviously, your video made great watching. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, all the top political southern stories on this show. Welcome back to the top southern political focus this evening. Gearing up for the 2024 polls, the Bharatiya Janata Party brought in new leadership in the states of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, of course in the northern states of Punjab and Haryana as well. However, in its electorally most important southern state of Karnataka, it is yet to decide on who will lead the party in the Legislative Assembly and on appointment of a new state president. This has left the Karnataka Assembly without a leader of opposition, even as Chief Minister Siddaramaiah gets set to present his historic 14th budget on Friday. In Telangana, the BJP has appointed Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy as the state party chief and has balanced power and caste equations by appointing party MLA Etala Rajender as the chairman of the Election Management Committee. Remember, Telangana heading to the polls later this year. Former Union Minister D. Purandeshwari will lead the party in Andhra Pradesh. So what do we make of all these changes that the BJP has made, and what are the further changes that we're expecting from the party? Joining us this evening, NDTV's Vasudha Venugopal from New Delhi and Uma Sudhir from Hyderabad. I'm also joined by Professor Sandeep Shastri from Bengaluru, one of the most respected voices on Karnataka and national politics. But my first question to you, Uma, let's talk about Telangana first before we move into Karnataka. What is going to be the balancing act that the BJP needs to do in Telangana? And there's also talk of some kind of accommodation for the outgoing president. Take us through what you're hearing.
We're at just 6 months into elections. The BJP certainly would not have wanted to make this kind of a leadership, considering the fact that the Prime Minister himself has personally praised Bandi Sanjay for his organizational skills, for having put that kind of a fire into the, BJP battle here in Telangana, so much so that the perception battle had shifted to make BJP also one of the players here in Telangana. But after what happened, the debacle in Karnataka, in a sense that BJP seemed to be going downhill, because there were a lot of voices of dissent, something that you don't usually see in a party like the BJP. So many of them speaking publicly about why they are unhappy with the party leadership and what their own ambitions are. And that's the reason why perhaps Kishan Reddy was chosen as somebody who's been twice president, state unit president. He has been an MLA, he has been an MP, he has been a minister at the center as well, and therefore understands the dynamics of what happens there and what happens in the state as well. And he is already, remember, a politically very kind of a dominant community, which is politically influential rather than dominant, I should say, community that the BJP has now invested in. And they have also tried to balance the kind of power equations with, Etala Rajender, who was kind of pitching to be projected as the chief ministerial candidate or as even the state president. He could not have perhaps, wanted that, or he could not have been given that, considering that he's a very new entrant into the party, but he's been had to satisfy with being the chairperson of the election committee for Telangana state itself. So what the BJP is looking at is immediately, of course, there will be this, Prime Minister will be coming over the weekend to Warangal, and the big numbers that the BJP hopefully will be able to put together with Kishan Reddy at the helm of affairs now, and Bandi Sanjay also in tow, because they have been able to put good shows in the past. But how they are going to attract leadership, that is one of the things that Etala Rajender, we are told, had told the central leadership that Bandi Sanjay is so junior that people from other parties will not be coming into the Telangana unit of the BJP. They lost Ponguleti Srinivas Reddy and Jupali despite having meetings. They went to the Congress, but of course that happened because of other district factors, local political factors for those leaders. But Itela Rajender managed to have, seems to have managed to have convinced the leadership that it is Bandi Sanjay's leadership that is not allowing talent to flow in. And considering BJP has not otherwise been very strong here, they would hope that things will start looking up for them from now onwards. Of course, we must remember that 2018 they had a low vote share in the assembly elections, but that jumped up to 19% from 7%, less than 7% to 19% in Lok Sabha elections. Back to you.
Okay, well, yes, that's focus on Telangana as we head into the polls. But the larger focus, immediate focus perhaps, is about trying to settle the Karnataka leader of opposition as well as president issue. Before I get to Vasudha Venugopal, Professor Sandeep Shastri, is it the fear of walking past the Yediyurappa era and making a decisive change that's perhaps holding the BJP back and making it very difficult to take a decision as far as Karnataka is concerned? What do you think is the key sticking point for the BJP in the state, which is going without a leader of opposition till today, as we've been seeing a budget session of the assembly unfold in the state?
There are 4 sticking points, and still the glue does not hold together. Sticking point number 1, which you mentioned, the BJP is not able to deal with past history. The fact of Yediyurappa's larger-than-life presence, that is factor number 1. I think they are also not able to get their caste arithmetic right. Do we make the leader of the opposition a Lingayat, and therefore do we make the state party president from the OBCs? So this calculation also is holding them up in terms of a decision. Not only is it history and math, it is also balancing geography. How do you balance the different regions of Karnataka? You have lost support in northern Karnataka. How do you win back the support of northern Karnataka is a crucial question for them. And I think finally it is the chemistry of trust. Now, whom do you trust? Do you break away from the past government? Do you want to write on a clean slate, however clean that slate may be? Now, I think these are the contradictions, and I think the BJP has still not recovered from the defeat it suffered in the assembly elections. It is still in that stupor, if you may, of a defeat. And I think unless they recover early from that, and the leader of the opposition and state unit president appointment is critical in that, unless they do both these things, I'm not too sure whether they will be on track for their preparation for next year's Lok Sabha elections. It's one thing to say that the Prime Minister is our chief campaign manager, but I think time and again it has been found that unless the ground is ready, the Prime Minister's influence can only be the top dressing and not the foundation.
Right.
So I think the BJP needs to shrug itself out of that stupor. Otherwise, you'll have a budget being presented with the deficit being with the BJP and not about the government.
Right, important point that you make there. Vasudha Venugopal, what are you hearing in New Delhi? Are they close to making a decision, or are we also expecting other state changes that are being made across the country? What are you hearing in New Delhi at the moment?
So, Veera, the changes that have been made yesterday, the replacement of BJP presidents in Telangana, Jharkhand, Punjab and Andhra were a result of almost a month-long meetings that the BJP leadership did, and there are a couple of factors that the BJP has been very mindful about. One is, of course, caste, and of course, showing nationally recognizable faces, at least in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, so that people are also convinced that the party is very serious about these two states. And of course, getting a tribal leader back into, the helm position, Babulal Marandi, and a Hindu Jat in Punjab. So caste has been an important factor here. At the same time, they've also gone for somebody who can keep the flock together. In the case of Telangana, what we hear is 2024 is also very important for them, apart from the assembly elections. And Kishan Reddy perhaps was the only choice because he's a Sangathan guy, right? Because Bandi Sanjay was also from the Sangathan guy. If you replace him with any of the Congress defectors, the Sangh gets very upset with that, right? So that was one reason. And now this, of course, is going to reflect in a lot of other organizational changes is what we hear, and then culminating in the cabinet expansion, which is possible in the next few days, is what we learn. Of course, this is the run-up to the elections, so politics is very important, outreach to allies is very important, and we hear that changes could be made in Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu
I'm
Kashmir.
sorry to interrupt you, Vasudha, but what are you hearing as far as Karnataka is concerned? When do you expect the decision on Karnataka to be made, both as LOP and state president?
So as far as I know, both Mansukh Mandavia and Vinod Tavade, who has sent as central observers to Karnataka, are back now. They've had one-to-one meetings. So what I learned from some of these people is that decision could be made soon. But she was also saying that the party is also trying to make sense of its defeat, and this happened in Bhopal, when the Prime Minister was speaking in a rally and he spoke about guarantees and he was attacking the Karnataka Congress model. So in some ways, they're going to take some time, balance the cast out, and there are many discussions happening here. I met a state leader from Karnataka yesterday, but clearly, everyone is anticipating it. Nobody knows what is going to happen. There have been many meetings, but the balancing factor, the consensus candidate is yet to be finalized.
Right. Remember, Karnataka has been the prime electoral spot for the BJP as far as South India is concerned. Karnataka and Telangana contributed to all the seats that the party won in 2019. So, two very important states there in focus this evening. Thanks so much, Uma Sudhir, Vasudha Venugopal, as well as Professor Sandeep Shastri. We'll keep a close track and find out when that decision on Karnataka will be announced. That's all we have time for on this show. Thanks for watching.